Hello there. What's going on, everybody? We have a Wave 8 update. It is now on the boat, or is it? How you guys doing? We're talking about Armada Wave 8. Some eagle-eyed viewers have reported to see the Onager class Star Destroyer from Armada's Wave 8 as being on the boat. When it applies to shipping, we can see this at Upcoming. If we go to fantasyflightgames.com, you can click on the Upcoming page and you will see updates of basically all the latest stuff. Usually, sometimes things don't always end up on there, sometimes things don't always end up exactly the way they need to be, but we can see updated as of yesterday, the Onager class Star Destroyer expansion pack is now on the boat. What people have also noticed is that the Starhawk is not also being listed as on the boat. This has some people kind of worried and thinking that we're only going to get, an Imperial ship and not a Rebel ship, which would make two waves in a row where you get just an Imperial ship and nothing for the Rebels, which is kind of funny. It's a little bit funny, but here, we're going to talk about this because this is not the first time that they've updated something in a wave, but not all of the wave. It does not mean that the Starhawk is delayed. It does not mean anything. All it means is that they only updated one thing. If you'll notice, the last update for the Nadiri Starhawk expansion pack is still August 1st. In other words, they just didn't even touch this one at all. If this was still updated as of 9/23 like the other one, then and it's still set in development, then that would be more of a cause for concern. What this looks like to me, as somebody who has checked this page quite often, and the trend is that somebody said, hey, update Wave 8 Armada, and they just only updated one of these ships instead of updating both. It was probably human error, something like that. This thing happens quite a bit. And also, just because something's in development doesn't mean it's not going to be in stores like next week. I mean, this won't be in stores next week if it was just one on the boat. What this does mean is it's probably still on track for a fourth quarter 2019 release, at least the Onager. It is, in theory, possible that one of the ships could be delayed. I doubt they're going to do that with only a two-ship wave, though. It shouldn't be that hard for them to get both out there. Only thing that might make it pretty difficult is the Nadiri Starhawk is actually very, very, very big. It's the biggest large ship they've ever done. The only ship bigger than this has been the Super Star Destroyer, which of course is a huge ship. That's why I'm able to say that. But this does, kind of bode well for all of us Armada players who are very, 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 very excited about Wave 8. Now, with it being on the boat, usually that's anywhere between 6 weeks and 3 months. But again, it's hard to give an accurate estimation on when we can expect this right now because that on the boat status doesn't really mean that it went on the boat yesterday. Could have been on the boat for a long time. The Super Star Destroyer was really not even ever on the boat. It really went from in development to in stores now almost overnight. So they don't always update these accordingly, and those status updates don't always mean very much. I've seen some expansions that go on the boat and then the very next day they move to shipping now, in other words, in transit to stores. When that happens, you're usually about 2 to 3 weeks out. And there are things that are shipping now, such as Rebellion in the Rim. This should be out this week. This should be in stores Friday. So if you haven't already secured your copy, make sure you get a pre-order in or just head to your stores and support your local stores this week, because Rebellion in the Rim is going to have a lot of new life. Most of my recent Armada articles have been for Rebellion in the Rim. We've been talking about a lot of the new titles in there, some new builds that are using new upgrade cards. There's a lot of really, really good generic upgrades that are going to revitalize fleets and bring new life into a lot of ships that will now have entire new options and avenues available to them. Specifically the Nebulon, which I'm really excited about. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff for the Nebulon that's going to be here. And you may even want to get a second copy of Rebellion in the Rim if you like some of those generic upgrades enough to want to use lots of them. Some of them come with at least 2 or even 3 copies of some of the generic upgrades. So this is great because you're going to get, more than one copy of all the, things that you might want more than one of. However, I do have some plans to run like 6 of certain things, so I might see myself picking up a second copy of Rebellion in the Rim just for good measure. But we'll have to see how that goes. That would be a fun one, though. But yeah, so Wave 8 is coming. it looks like it's doing well, and I'm really excited for it to show up. And yeah, that's it. So just be sure and check out that status page, the upcoming Fantasy Flight games, or fantasyflightgames.com, not .games. That's a different URL. I don't even know. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's a great way to get updates on how things are looking when things go shipping. And one of the things you can do is you can even control F search by like 9/23, see everything that was updated yesterday. There's other game statuses that you can see as well. A lot of the Star Wars Legion stuff got updated also. Of course, we're still kind of expecting that one much later than we thought. Some people had said it was October 4th for the Clone Wars stuff. That was redacted almost immediately, and there's really no update right now on when we can expect the Clone Wars core set and all of that stuff to arrive. My guess, based on what I have read, is late October. That's, I think, the best case scenario right now. Some people have said that through pre-ordering, they're getting their shipping notices from Miniature Market already. And that happens, a lot of these delays were so that they could get a global release at the same day. So I think some people probably already have it. Some distributors probably, some merchants probably already have the stuff, but they want it to be sold at the same day. And we saw the same thing happen with X-Wing Wave 4, where it was just kind of all over the place and different people had it at different times. Hopefully they can get things lined up. I'm hoping that any kind of delays like this don't really cause Armada's Wave 8 to be pushed back longer. If there's a problem with the Starhawk, which I don't think there is, but if there is, hopefully that at least we can get one thing out and then the Starhawk out later on. But that might be kind of problematic if the Empire is the only faction that can counterattack or something like that. There's still a lot of articles that still need to come out for these ships. So hopefully we'll start getting those soon, especially a closer look at Salvo. There is also a big giveaway going on right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is be a subscriber to enter to win that. And let me know what you are most looking forward to about Wave 8. What do you want to see spoiled? What previews do you want to see? Do you want to see more of the titles? Personally, I want to see more of that Salvo token, exactly the wording on how that's going to work. Very excited about that. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I also want to big thanks to my patrons on Patreon. You guys are amazing, so big thanks to the team there, and look for more giveaways on Patreon here very, very soon. All right, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.